Running a small business is difficult. The road to success is fraught with uncertainty and bumps. You might find it difficult to come up with viable and long-term ideas, manage a team, or navigate competitive markets. All of this may make you want to close your small business. However, staying motivated is always a better option than giving up. So, how do you stay motivated during a difficult period? Luckily for you, Manna member, we've produced a list of the 10 ways on how to stay motivated as the founder of a startup or new business. Remember that while the first step is completing any of these amazing lists, the second and most possibly more important step is taking action, even if it's imperfect action. Let's dive headfirst into that list. We've all had that divine inspiration, an idea that just clicks and fills you with an unquenchable desire to see it through. Unfortunately, this emotional state does not last forever. You'll need to stay focused and committed for a long time if you want to take a startup from an idea to a successful exit. More importantly, you must persevere even when things appear hopeless, which is much easier said than done. Do you recall the day you started your own company? You'd work on your concept for months or even years. You may have given up a stable job to take control of your professional destiny. In the beginning, entrepreneur motivation was simple, natural, and energizing. So, why are you having trouble staying motivated right now when you need it the most? After all, your company isn't going to grow on its own. Almost everything in life goes through cycles. The solar system, hormones, your washing machine, even motivation all play a role. Cycles have an inherent movement. Your business will simply grind to a halt if you stop moving, and you may find yourself looking for work after all. The threat of stagnation should be enough to rekindle your entrepreneurial motivation. But if that isn't enough, here are 10 tips for staying motivated as a startup or new business founder. Number 1. Always push yourself to improve. When you solve the same problems over and over, there is no room for growth. When you step outside of your comfort zone and take on new challenges, creativity and novelty emerge. Always look for challenges if you're having trouble staying motivated as a small business owner. Challenges can motivate you and help you improve your decision-making abilities. Virgin Group founder Richard Branson offers a similar piece of advice. What drives me the most? Simply to keep pushing myself. I see life as a continuous university education that I never received. I learn something new every day. Number 2. Find a small business that you enjoy working for. Recognize that your small business will consume a significant amount of your time, energy, and money. As a result, it's preferable to pick a small business that shares your interests and values. According to Steve Jobs, your work will take up a significant portion of your life. And the only way to be truly satisfied is to do great work. And loving what you do is the only way to do great work. When you believe in what you are doing, you'll end up with a game-changing product. For example, if you enjoy painting and art, you might want to consider starting a small business in that field. You'll undoubtedly enjoy every minute of working on it. As a small business owner, you'll also be motivated because your daily work is your passion. Number 3. Your self-motivation is failure. This suggestion may seem counterintuitive, but if you use it, you will be unstoppable. An American entrepreneur and investor named Mark Cuban once wrote for Bloomberg, "No matter what business you're in, you're always at risk," writes the Shark Tank panelist. Especially in technology, where things change so quickly that you have to put in the effort to keep up. The possibility that some 18-year-old will appear out of nowhere and crush you motivates the hell out of me. use your failure or fear of failure as motivation and ask yourself, what went wrong with me? Who did I put my trust in that I shouldn't have? What can I take away from this experience in order to avoid it in the future? Number 4. Keep your motivation in sight. Doing business is difficult and uncertain, which is why only a small percentage of businesses succeed. To keep the business afloat, you must stay motivated and maintain a positive mindset despite the challenges. Murray Newlands, the founder of Cited, an online invoicing service, writes, "As an entrepreneur, it's all too easy to become exhausted or frustrated, and the blame is often placed solely on your shoulders. But a negative mindset sucks up the mental bandwidth and energy that you need to stay focused and successful. In the face of setbacks, it is critical to maintain a positive attitude. Place a quote or a picture that helps you stay positive in the front of your mind so you can remember why you're on this journey. Keep your motivation where you can see it." Number 5. Rejection is a learning experience. If you're wondering how to stay motivated as a small business owner, consider the following. On June 26, 2008, our Silicon Valley friend Michael Sable introduced us to 7 prominent investors. We needed to raise $150,000 at a $1.5 million valuation. That means you could have purchased 10% of Airbnb for $150,000. I'm sure the investors who turned us down were smart people, and we didn't look very impressive at that time. On Medium, Airbnb co-founder Brian Chesky writes, "Airbnb, which began as a small business, is now worth more than $75 billion. When you're first starting out in business, it's common to be rejected. You have 2 options at that point. Pack your belongings and close the business, or learn from your rejection and move forward. Stay humble and work hard, even after rejections, if you want to stay motivated as a small business owner." Number 6. Iterative business development. GovernmentAuctions.org co-founder and CEO Ian Aronovich explains how to stay motivated as a small business owner. You have to keep reminding yourself that a good business with a strong, reliable source of revenue can stay afloat even in the worst of times to stay motivated. That's why, while you still have the chance, you should work to build a strong business by experimenting with different revenue models, simulating your business in various economic scenarios, and brainstorming new ways to increase profits. If or when the economy deteriorates, you'll be more optimistic and maintain the motivation to keep moving forward because you've put in the effort to lay a solid foundation for your company. There is no single strategy that will guarantee the success of your small business. Every business is different, and copying strategies without thinking about them is a surefire way to fail. Instead, you should research various business models and test them against controlled variables. Every company has or should have a mission or vision statement that describes the company's overall goals, culture, and underlying values. It is primarily used to guide the organization's direction and motivate stakeholders. Every entrepreneur should create his or her own personal mission statement for the same reasons. Write down your mission statement, carry it with you, read it aloud, memorize it, and tattoo it on your forearm. The latter is, of course, for the more extreme entrepreneurs only. It should serve as a constant reminder of your motivation for starting your own business. Number 7. Keep in mind why you started. Here's a quick tip to keep your business motivated. Remembering why you're doing what you're doing is the best way to stay motivated when things get tough. We decided to start a small business because we like the idea of being our own boss and being able to set our own schedule and have flexibility. We needed to spend more time with my family. In the end, we are doing it for them. We love our company and everything it does for the small business community, but when things get tough, we remember why we started it in the first place, and it brings us back to earth. If you are serious about your vision, you should share it with the people you are close with. People have a strong desire to stay consistent with their past words and actions in a social context. This means that actively telling people what you intend to do serves as a powerful motivating factor because not following up with your commitments incurs a social cost. Number 8. Concentrate on clients who keep you going. In business, there's a harsh reality. You can't please every customer. Approximately 80% of your revenue will come from 20% of your client base. This is where you should put your money down. These are the customers who will give you honest feedback and express gratitude for your services. Nothing motivates you more than happy and satisfied customers. Brown Accounting Solutions, LLC CEO Jeffreda R. Brown shares, "We've all had tire kickers who waste our time as business owners. Our goal is to find clients and customers who are in desperate need of our services and are willing to pay for them. When things are slow and you're starting to wonder if you're doing the right thing, a client will come along who is grateful for your assistance. Receiving feedback from clients who express gratitude for how you have improved their lives keeps me motivated and going." Number 9. Concentrate on small victories. The majority of new entrepreneurs and small business owners look for big problems to solve. All of the seemingly big solutions and events inspire them. This is incorrect because entrepreneurship is about daily struggles and victories. Stay motivated in small business by working towards long-term goals while also celebrating small victories. Your Brand Marketing's Ben Baker talks about his experience. We as a society and as entrepreneurs celebrate the wrong things far too often. New. The new customer, the new business, or the new innovation. And that's fantastic. But it's not what entrepreneurship is all about. As successful entrepreneurs, we understand that long-term success is built on the long haul, the daily grind, and the background tasks. Those are the things that should be celebrated. Take pride in recognizing the small steps that lead to long-term success and celebrate with your team how the little things add up to big results. Many business owners fail to recognize and learn from their successes and failures. That's unfortunate because both wins and losses are well-known motivators for entrepreneurs. You should be treating them as the motivators that they are. Return to the goals you set when you first started your company. Have you met your goals? Have you taken the time to share your successes with your stakeholders? If you haven't met them yet, figure out why. Make changes and turn them into victories. It's easy to lose motivation by wallowing in losses rather than learning from them and moving on. Remember to rejoice in small victories as well. Every time we land a new client at my company, we ring a gong and the small victory reverberates throughout the office. This increases our team's confidence, enthusiasm, and motivation to achieve greater heights. I recommend finding your own way to recognize the small victories that are necessary to achieve the major victories your company requires to thrive. Take stock of everything you've accomplished when you're lacking in motivation. Pat yourself on the back and enjoy the feeling of accomplishment. That pause might be all you need to spur you on to greater success. Number 10. The great motivation is execution. Nolan Bushnell, the founder of Atari, a leading electronic game company, reveals his motivational secret. Getting off your arse and doing something is the most important ingredient. That's all it is to it. Many people have ideas, but only a few are willing to act on them right now. Certainly not tomorrow, not the following week, today. However, true entrepreneurs are doers rather than dreamers. If you want to stay motivated in your small business for a long time, follow through on every plan. When you test and fail ideas on a small scale, they work better. You'd be motivated to try out new methods that work better on a larger scale and produce positive results. Number 11. Visualize your objectives. According to one of our mentors, if what you're doing isn't getting you closer to your goals, it's getting you further away from them. As a result, it's critical to work toward your goal while remaining focused. One of our friends' mentors explains how visualization can help you stay motivated in your business. I've written down my dream goal on paper and taped it to the wall where I can see it every time. Every day, I begin by closing my eyes for 5 minutes and visualizing and daydreaming about achieving that goal. How I would feel once accomplished, what I would do to celebrate achieving the goal, and so on. That gives you the motivation to work toward your goal every day. If I ever hit a big stumbling block and things get rough, I just take 5 minutes to reimagine myself reaching that goal and keep moving forward. Once your startup transitions from a shiny new idea into a real business, you often have to spend a lot of time in activities that aren't very inspiring. You have to figure out legal and accounting questions. You have to do repetitive operational tasks and etc. All of this is inevitable. Nonetheless, if you want to be disciplined and persistent, which is an important trait of successful entrepreneurs, you need to make sure you don't hate your actual job as a founder. A trick to combat this effect is to leave some time daily or at least weekly that you can invest in something that you enjoy doing. This could be anything that you enjoy: strategic planning, design work, writing content for the website of your startup, etc. Even if it's not objectively the best investment of your time as a founder, since there are always more pressing issues, it would more than pay for itself if it helps you stay motivated and looking forward to your workdays. Number 12. Motivation comes from fitness. Here's how Studio JWAL founder Josh Waldron stays motivated in his business. This may seem like a simple tip, but exercising keeps me motivated as an entrepreneur. Because the majority of my work is computer-based, it's critical for me to exercise and get some fresh air and sunshine on a regular basis. Exercise revitalizes my mind, stimulates creativity, and promotes a positive attitude. Regular exercise increases the production of dopamine, norepinephrine, and serotonin. These chemicals have an effect on your mental health, focus, and well-being. Running a company can be stressful at times. Regular exercise can help you reduce stress and anxiety while also keeping you motivated. Stress is unavoidable, but knowing how to manage it is critical. When people aren't feeling well emotionally, they often forget to take care of themselves physically. Physical wellness, on the other hand, can have a huge impact on your mental health. So, it's critical that you maintain a healthy diet, engage in regular exercise, and get some time to yourself away from your work. In a nutshell, we are convinced that about half of what separates successful entrepreneurs from unsuccessful entrepreneurs is pure perseverance. Every business owner experiences periods of unmotivation and inspiration. The ability to stick to a goal is what distinguishes achievers from failures. Rather than being discouraged by failures, get up and investigate why you failed. Keep inventing solutions that propel your business and yourself forward if you want to stay motivated in your business. Human nature's driving force is motivation, which is movement and action. Although business motivation waxes and wanes as naturally as the lunar cycle, it can take a concentrated effort to restore. It's an effort worth making because a sustained lack of motivation can be fatal. You will go hungry if you lack the motivation to eat. You crash if you don't have the motivation to stay in your lane. You will fail if you lack the motivation to grow your business. You are clearly a highly motivated person. You would not have started your own business if you weren't. At their core, entrepreneurs are a rare and uniquely inspired breed. Don't give up when your entrepreneur motivation wanes. There are ways to get back on track with your business, whether the spark comes from a personal connection, a new goal, a short vacation, or a customer comment. But ultimately, motivation comes from within, even if some of these methods rely on external sources. The best way to stay motivated is to figure out what gets you excited and moving. You could use your favorite music, positive thinking, success celebrations, and a personal mantra. You've discovered your own motivational secret to get out of a funk when you find an activity that boosts your motivation and makes you eager to take the next step. If none of these suggestions succeed in getting you motivated, spend some time figuring out what gets you excited and ready for work. Everyone has a trigger that makes them go into work mode. It may take some trial and error to find it, but if you take the time to look, you will find it. That's it for this video, Manna member. Remember to subscribe to our channel, and if you feel like we've delivered value, please share this video with one person. That's right, just one person as a token of your appreciation for the hard work we put into making content that educates and helps you on your mission of building your own fortune. Remember, you can watch video after video, but it isn't until you actually take action that you'll start to see results. See you soon!